Hello, everybody. Today is Black Friday. I'm putting this special video together that I'm not promoting on my store, only available via however you reach it, social media, YouTube, whatever. Anyways, let's talk about today only Black Friday. So, as you know, if you've been tracking along, let me show you our 2 month chart. This again is verified. People have been wanting to get the link to this. I think that's nutty. As far as I'm concerned, just due to the fact that if I don't know you, I don't want you to know what I'm trading. And as I said, it's not fair to my paying customers. We get a lot of these lurky-loos or tire kickers. We don't work that way. We put our prices at premium for a reason because this is the kind of performance we offer. I've been watching quite a bit of these educators and so-called talkers. They're not putting out their live trading reports. They're third-party verified. Again, let me repeat, this is on cointracking.info. It's one of the largest, probably is the largest tracker out there for accounts when you hook up your API tokens. So this is our performance, 2 month. So you can see here earlier this year, this is a 12-month. So we were down here at 18, 19, what was that? My eyes are bad. 1600 back in, I believe that would be November, all the way up to like 7,000-8,000 peak. Here we dropped back and we started our climb again October. One of the comments I got was, well, it's easy to because the markets are up. Well, you look at these markets that are down. We've been able to climb back our way up. Meanwhile, Bitcoin has been down, Ethereum's been down since this peak, so that's a bunch of hooey. And we just discovered another coin that's moving. It could move over the next few days, already 25% over the last few hours. Meanwhile, you got that major crypto, 8% drop here from this, right here in real time. So that's an 8% drop here. So we're quickly counteracting it by focusing on the profitable coins that are moving, and eventually increasing our position sizing on those coins when the conditions allow, to kind of minimize these losses. So again, that kind of mentality doesn't really hold up. So that's the track record from the last month, really. I have a funny feeling we're going to have another event like this, a crash. I'm probably going to take out a lot of profit at some point. The problem is when to determine. I just don't want to have this on my hands. I think what will be important for you to really understand is when being on Binance or the exchange, people panicked, wanted out. It was difficult to get your money out while your account's basically dropping in front of you and you can't do anything about it. I'm with Kraken. This is a very, very important lesson. What I would strongly recommend, whatever exchange you're on, if a crash, like a really serious crash comes, you want to look for make sure your exchange is covered under what they call proof of reserve. Because if you're on a shitty exchange and they don't have a certificate for proof of reserve, meaning if everybody wanted out of their accounts to cash out, that the exchange has the cash to enable that from happening. So in order for that, they have to go through a process called certificate of reserve. And I do know Kraken has that covered. That's why I'm with them, even though I'm very limited on the trades. So let's go back to here. So as I said, we've covered in my last video here these big drops, hourly chart here, 8% drop, Ethereum drop. Look at this. This is unreal. Now, again, I can't control where you live and what you can trade. If you want to be on a good exchange like Kraken, there's the pros and cons of each. I do believe if you're going to go to a Coinbase, it's not safe. Just look at their Reddit, their subreddit. You'll see the number of complaints. But here, It's a big explosive move, 25%. We were able to participate in it. I do think it's in the last tail end, but you know, you could catch that with what we got. I can't trade it being in Canada. It's restricted, but what can I do? But I keep saying the opportunity's there. I could be on another exchange as well, but I'm not going to really worry about it. But at the end of the day, that's what matters. So, as I said, today's the the Black Friday, and I've just given you some really, really strong tips that will help save you from being wiped out, and so on. So these are sort of things I cover that you don't hear from other people, and why I'm with a place or exchange like Kraken. We do have these lessons learned. I'm starting up my next round of the crypto trading course, December 7th. We do that every month for 4 weeks, cover it from ground zero. You don't have to be a programmer or technical. But somebody asked, what's the required software? Here you can see I'm using MotiveWave, the platform. I think it's the #1 platform to be on. A lot of the other platforms have some really questionable limitations, but then when you want to get into programming, you can use a very popular language like Java and still be in sync without learning some dumb proprietary language like MetaTrader or TradeStation. So that's why I like this platform a lot. Plus there's so much. Plus they're having their own sale, I might add, so go over to motivewave.com for that if you want to see it. But with our stuff, this is what we got to do. So it's $4.99 for the year for our hidden room access to our signals that have been really, really good. Come over to quantlabs.info, the best way to reach me. Just enter, you can register, it's free, but also understand that we have hidden rooms as well. This analytic signals is the big one, the very valuable one for people that really aren't able to program. But I do think programming gives you so many advantages that you can't get as a retail trader. But at the end of the day, you can see here, these are the charts, or sorry, the trading pairs. Entry potential all negative right now because of the drop. Even our order bid ratio, Kraken's not so bad. Yeah, I'd say Kraken. Well, actually, we have Storage A now breaking out. Maybe I mean, this is all you gotta do is just look at this. Is Storage A on doing well? Well, let's check it out. And if not, I can just put that into play just by looking at that chart, that hidden room. So there you go. I could participate in that again, and boom, we have our strategy available. We have our lot size again to control your position sizing. Boom, activate, and if you want to capture that next upswing, if there is one, well, we can shrink on down our chart size, our timeline. So here we have a kind of a false positive 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart. There's our sell signal. All you gotta do is leave it at that. And if there's any momentum that comes back to the market, we might be able to pick up some trades there. So that's why this hidden room is so valuable, because it tells you not only what is moving right now. That's our only 2 coins. Again, only available. You can see here on Kraken. So Storage A was recommended. That just came up. Anchor right here was recommended. This is updated every 15 minutes or so. So all the other coins just stay away from, and if you want, you can wait it out to see these numbers improve. And now I'll tell you, just as an indicator of their starting reverse, it may actually move up by matching the bid and ask versus the overall number. Now, one of the things that a lot of people, when they start learning any kind of trading, it doesn't matter, you got the candles, you got moving average crosses, this number is what consolidates everything into one number, and that's part of the course. We show you what technical analysis techniques we use that have been so reliable to get the performance that we've been getting on the cointracking.info right here. That's why we're able to go from October 10th here and more than double, but 2.5 times, pretty close. We got up over 5,000 yesterday until this drop. But that's why we're able to do that, relying on these numbers. And then the thing is, what I noticed just for way humans learn, they get overwhelmed by all this stuff. I mean, just look at the number of studies that you have. These are like indicators available in MotoWave, and it's just the same could be said for all platforms, and you just don't know which one to go. And then you could go, well, do I combine it with this or that? And then you got the strategies which execute those indicators. So we got one. This one's been working pretty good. And that's customized as well by myself in Java again. So that's why we're able to get this explosive move, because of these hidden rooms that consolidates and makes it way easier for people to pick up what will move and what not. This is so reliable. If there's a moving average cross, that's what we're using, it will strike a negative. It will go through about 12 to 15 candle patterns. Anything that shows a moving average, a sell signal, it'll kill it and drop it to a negative number. And again, to do that from a human perspective, it would take you hours just for one chart, just for one pair. And here we can do it across 10, 20 coins. And we run that process. It takes no more than 5 minutes to run to see which ones are going. And we also do the same thing for Coinbase, because a lot of people want to be on Coinbase. Don't ask me why, but they do. So we can do the same kind of performance. You can see here we got Sheeb, some other coins as well. We can see which ones are doing well, which ones are not, which ones are getting hit hard. Just from this, we also have our what's trading as well. We have our portfolio stuff, so you can get performance metrics. What's performing based on a 24-hour, 7-day. It's a lot of good information. Here's the quantity size you can set for Coinbase with or without the commission. And one other thing that's very, very valuable now, I finally fixed it to a high point of high quality, is this news section. Again, this is free, but this is really helpful. One thing I learned about these, I don't want to say clowns, but frat boys is probably a better way to put it. They're snuffing out on Discord, Twitter, looking for the next opportunity to get into a mover, put a couple of $100 in, maybe $1,000, have it tied up in a coin or some kind of token that they think will move in 3 to 6 months and tie up their cash. We don't do that. That's dumb, because it's like putting money on an unknown racehorse, and you don't have really a lot of fundamentals here. We can measure what's moving, everything down to the smaller coins. If they get in the news, then they're worth looking at. You can see Elrond is getting some hype. And obviously Sandbox, there's some other ones. Really good articles with the associated link. We update this every couple hours, so this is really valuable to just filter out all the BS on what moves and what will move and why. And I mean, these are pretty good articles from other sources. So I would probably leverage that if that's what you want to do, and just not go down the dumb path of just speculating what you think may move based upon what you read on dumb Twitter and Discord, because those are, a lot of them, I'd say 95% of them are just hype and fake. Okay, so we'll leave it at that for these. Just, there's so much. So again, if you want to know more, get on it. Just friggin' get on it. You might have an amazing buying opportunity on the dip with Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. I don't know, but just get on it. Okay, you can just go here, quantlabs.net/contact. Best way is leave a comment if you do decide to go into the chat server here, quantlabs.info. Okay, put it in the general. I'm checking it usually, and we can chat privately, and this is not logged or tracked by any site. The reason that's why I built this chat server, or just kind of using it as a third-party piece of software. I can put as much content on here. I try to do it with Telegram, and a lot of my content gets filtered because they only allow so much to get posted on a Telegram channel or group. So that's why I built this. It's safer. There's no logging or tracking, so you can obviously track it. You can see here, I put up my own research here with the videos and and then we leave it at that. So that's the power you get. And again, the course starts December 7th as well. We cover why crypto, how crypto can change your life, and from the economy. I just created it like 6 weeks ago, so it's fairly fresh. Especially now we're going into a really inflationary period. I think with this new variant that's just been announced last night, it might bring back a lot of uncertainty in people's jobs and careers. So we'll cover stuff like that. As I said, we cover the actual technical analysis using some unknown technical indicator techniques that work really well, including the candles. And last week is optional for programmers on how to really take advantage of what you see, scale up your position sizing using a platform like MotiveWave and Java as well. And we cover as well, if you want, Python. But again, that's the last week, so it's kind of optional. And we do that every month, so all the content will get updated and refreshed and whatnot. So again, today's it, last day. If you want in, want out, what you want, doesn't bother me. People want to see the third tracking. Here it is. Okay, there it is. October. I mean, like this is if you don't take action, all I can tell you is you just enjoy not making money. You complain about it, sitting on the sideline in the bleachers. So there you go. $200 March 2019, all the way up to if I'm not mistaken, we got up to close to $8,000 on that one investment over 2 years. Okay, like that's like if I calculate, I think it was like 25 times return. There you go, $8,100. And then we're doing the same thing from 2000. Now just breached yesterday $5,000. That's almost two and a half times. That's, no offense, I'm pretty proud of that. But again, if you want to follow techniques, you want to follow along, get in. All this is run 24 hours on the chat server. If not, don't complain, because you're missing out. You're probably going to be watching, as I said, gurus, so-called guru frat boys that talk, but don't show you the money. Here it is, third-party tracking. As I said, as this gets better, we get more expensive because we get more higher-end folks jumping in. We'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching, showing you where to go, blah, blah, blah. Over and out.